Okay, we should be live now, supposedly. Please be live right now. My computer was crashing, and that was not good. Clip Studio Paint, I believe, does not have GPU acceleration even in the fourth version, or something. There's like some unoptimized features about it, and I still love it a lot, but sure wish they'd optimize it more for the fourth version since I bought that. But hello, everybody. I am working from my new workspace, and this is my first time basically like streaming my work from the new workplace. Um, I am gonna just start. Whoa. Today I'm working on Mothership zine, illustration for Mothership zine. No webcam today because I don't have that set up, but we're gonna be drawing this guy, Henri Rovka. He's a prison warden. Don't want to give too many spoilers about the module or anything like that, but kind of a hard ass military service. They are supposed to be in a hazard suit of some kind, and they're supposed to have a custom hand cannon that is twice the size of a revolver. So I want to keep those things in mind while sketching them out. There's been a few ways that I've been doing when I've been approaching the art for this particular project. I'll show some illustrations of stuff that I've done already. This is one piece that I've done for the project. I think it looks pretty good. It's like a risograph kind of style that we're going for here. And this is another one that I did. There we go. And I'll show one more, I think. I also did this one. So that's the kind of style that we're going for. But for Henri, I wanted him to have a little bit more of a special kind of color palette to start with. We're still going to use the same colors as I've been doing with all of the other drawings. But I think for Henri, I wanted to kind of plan it out a bit more in terms of the color palette, not just the sketch. Because I think that I wanted to communicate something pretty special with Henri. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. I've done some research. Let me actually bring up some images of hazard suits. Actually, let me see if I can find it. I was thinking of like how to make someone look still kind of intimidating in a hazard suit, and it's kind of tough. They kind of look a bit goofy in hazard suits. I'll give an example of it. Like look at this. Doesn't this look goofy to you? Like, I don't know about you. That kind of looks goofy to me. All right, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, hope everybody's doing well today. Hello, Caustic. Yeah, so here's an image of a hazard suit. I think I'm gonna go for something more like this. Let me show an image of it. This one essentially. I think I'm gonna go for more of something like this instead. There we go. And I'm gonna make them a little bit more barrel chested. And I wanna have a bit of some like kind of beard showing through. The main thing is the color of the hazmat suit, I think. Of the hazard suit, sorry. But it's basically a hazmat suit. And I wanted to have a slot for the custom hand cannon, so I wanted like to also make it a bit more futuristic than this. So there's a bunch of stuff that I want to keep in mind. So maybe let's write that down. So we want them to look intimidating. This guy's like kind of a bit of a badass. I'm writing with my stylus here, so not the best handwriting, whatever. So I want them to be intimidating. I also want them to be sci-fi, and I also want it to look, I want him to have like a bit of mystique to him, so I'm just gonna write that down as well. Very good handwriting here. Yeah, is everything going okay with you guys? Hopefully the stream is going okay. I was experiencing some technical problems for a bit, so I'm hoping that we are currently live, but I'm not actually sure. Let me actually check my YouTube channel, because it gave me a few error messages, and the last time that happened, I wasn't actually live. and I wasn't live for like half an hour. So let's see. Yeah, no, I'm live. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, cool. Let's get back to this. So, intimidating, sci-fi, and some kind of mystique. I think the silhouette is going to be very important for this one, right? So that's why I wanted to approach this more of a traditional method. I actually switch out the methods on how I approach my pieces from based on the character and based on what I want out of the piece. I might do it traditionally, or I might start digitally. This one I want to do digitally because I wanted to do some blockings of silhouettes. That guy says looks good. Yo, Chow, unrelated, but have you ever played Tunnels and Trolls? Answer at your own convenience. I have, and quite recently as well. So Tunnels and Trolls, I played some of the solo gamebook stuff. The one that really impressed me was the Gladiator one. But I'm really excited for the upcoming Tunnels and Trolls Deluxe Edition. And that one is being done by, I believe, Scott Melhouse and Chris Bizet. Both of whom I know, and both of whom I didn't know were working on it, which is interesting. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. They're very good designers. But to answer the question directly, yeah, I have played it, only a little bit of it, quite recently. I think it's interesting, but it's very abstract, I gotta say. Okay, going back to this, I'm keeping in mind this kind of stuff. What I want to do, right, is I want to, let me put this down here. I want to essentially like modify the silhouette of this, because if you look at the silhouette of this, right, let's just take this for example, right? Like the silhouette is very, very kind of blocky, and I think to make it a bit more interesting, I'm gonna add like a little like bits and pieces off to the side, like this kind of thing, like some kind of weird shapes to kind of break up the silhouette. Not obviously better than this, but I'm thinking something like that, and obviously the pose is gonna be important too. But I think the pose is less important in this, and more of like a graphic silhouette is what I want to achieve. So we'll start by essentially blocking out the silhouette, like I said. So just start something like that, and kind of just keep going from here. I know I want them to be kind of large and big and kind of like barrel chested, so I'm kind of starting out with this kind of shape. I should probably move my references a little bit. I usually have my references off to the side, but I'm streaming it and I wanted to show what I'm looking at. So something like this, I think. Let's see. That's a little bit too large. That's like Kingpin kind of looking, which isn't bad, but I think I want him to be more more intimidating. So maybe we could make it so that there's a gap here, like that, right? And you could see something like that. I wonder if that works. We're gonna be doing a few iterations of this, probably like 5 or 6 before we settle on one. So this one is probably gonna be one of the worst ones, to be honest with you. Watch as it becomes the one that I pick. Let's see. All right, so something like that. All right, that's a really boring pose and a really boring initial sketch, but we're just warming up here. So essentially I will like block it out like that, right? I just want to get the general shapes in. So I want to see like, that looks more like an action figure, which is not really what I'm going for. So what if we added like, say, like some kind of backpack to it, right? Something like that. Or if we say like, had something like this, right? And then we did the eyes kind of visible, but nothing else really that visible. Like maybe something like that is here, like that. Yeah, I think that might work. So that might work for the face. So just to keep that in mind, that might work for the face. In terms of the straps and all that, we have to make space for the gun. I don't know if I want him holding the gun, but, and also like the fact I'm starting to realize that the backpack that I have on here kind of makes it a bit less intimidating. Kind of like removes the shoulders a bit. So I'm gonna try to remove that. I'm gonna just try to play around with shapes at the moment, essentially. Maybe like some kind of like shoulder pads. I mean, it kind of works too since they are an authority of some sort, right? Maybe a badge of some sort, even though they have a hazmat suit on. straps on, something like that. Maybe give him one thing poking out from his head or back, like a corner or antenna to add asymmetry. I think the asymmetry is gonna come from. Actually, I think the asymmetry is gonna come from the pose or from the gun. So I wanted to add. I was thinking of adding like because the gun is like so huge. I was thinking of adding it like that there, and then like maybe adjusting the pose a little bit. Maybe it's so heavy that they have to adjust the pose for it. But yeah, this is just like the start. We'll get into a lot more extra little bits and pieces in the future iterations of this. But this is a good start, I think. Definitely not the one I'll pick, but I think that's like an interesting kind of start. The next one I want to try to play with the pose a little bit. I do so in terms of the stuff that I like from this. I like the hit portion. I do like that quite a bit. Everything else I dislike. Put the gun on like a strap. Yeah, I was thinking of putting it. Oh, whoops! Should put this on a separate layer, I guess. I was thinking of like putting the gun on as a strap, but actually now I'm not so sure. Like we'll see. But I think if I put the gun on as a strap, it might not be as visible. I could also make him holding the gun in a more tactical position, but that might be a bit more actiony, which is not necessarily what I'm going for. Like, let's try that though. Like, basically, like something like that, and like he's basically like holding the gun. So when I'm doing something a bit more of an action pose, it's gonna sacrifice a bit from like the graphic nature of it, you know, because a lot of the shapes are gonna get muddled together. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this. I'm still gonna try it, but like, I think like something like that, where he's kind of like in an action pose, doesn't really work, unless it's maybe it could work. Like maybe if maybe if I do something like this, like I made him a bit more stable. And then like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm still gonna keep it here, but I don't like this. The reason why is because his head is not pointed at the viewer. And I think that makes it kind of not as intimidating. Although I could try that. I could try like having his head kind of sticking out like that. Let's try this. Oh yeah, actually that kind of looks pretty good actually. Although I will say like the silhouette is definitely broken, is not as broken up as this one, but that looks kind of interesting. Everything at this point will look like shit, but it's just the nature of the process, I think. So I think that at this point, yeah, you see that like the hand just kind of disappears off to the side here. That can work though. That can work, and especially since we're doing it with color later on. Like we're gonna add color to this, we have to remember. So we could still break it up, I think, in terms of like the color usage and stuff. So maybe something like that. And I kind of want him like kind of looking down at the viewer, like he's very tall. That looks more like a grunt though. So like craned his neck at you. Yeah, I kind of like that, but it's not as intimidating. It kind of looks cool, but it's not as intimidating. I think I'm gonna try something else here. I'm gonna try something like this instead. And afterwards, I think I'm gonna add the tech stuff, but like for now, I think something like this. Oh, actually, I'm gonna add the tech stuff now actually, because I think I'm gonna make it more of like a bodysuit. Something like that, and maybe I can add some asymmetry that way as well. Yeah, actually, this is kind of looking cool. So something like that, and then like triangular kind of shape for the body. I was thinking. Yeah, we're doing like a prison warden of some sort, who is like in a hazmat suit. Although I do want to still show that he's a prison warden, so that will I think be later on. I can add like little stripes or little badges and stuff to show it off. But for now, I think I want to focus on intimidating guy in a hazmat suit. But hello, Martin. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Brian's channel. Fantastic artwork. I wish I could draw like that from my channel. My next project is in parallel to AD&D 1E Solo Classic Traveler. Brian, if you reach out to me, okay, Brian, if you reach out to me, I will be so down to like make art for you. Like, please get in contact with me, or I can get in contact with you. I think you have your email on your channel, right? Like, will you be open to communications? I would love to draw something for your channel. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm a big fan, obviously, of your channel. It actually is incredibly relaxing to listen to. Yeah, so I kind of like this. This is pretty good. Let's see. I think like that, and then maybe, yeah, I think like him just holding a huge gun, like it's nothing, might be interesting. So obviously at this point, all I'm saying this a few times over, but at this point everything is gonna look like trash. But I'm always ashamed of this stage essentially, even though I've gone through it so many times. Okay. I think having him kind of walking towards you will be more intimidating. So let me try this. Let me do something like this instead. Okay. Yeah, like that. Okay, I kind of like that. That's kind of good. Yeah. So everybody, if you haven't subbed to Brian's channel already, please do it. I genuinely think out of all of the solo RPGers that I've watched or listened to, Brian's channel is up there with like the best of the best. All right, yeah, I'll send you an email. I'd love to draw something for you. Prison wardens wear hats in a lot of old-timey photos. I wonder if we could subtly incorporate that. That's a good idea, actually. Maybe, I could do something like that. I actually think this is it. This might be the. We will do a few more, but I think this is it. Actually, this looks like it's the one that would fit the requirements the most. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, something like this, right? That will fit what we're trying to go for quite a bit. Of course, we need to shave that off a little bit here. And yeah, Caustic, I think you'd really like Brian's channel a lot, knowing the kind of stuff that you're into. Like, it's really, really good. It's AD&D solo stuff, and man, I'm really trying to get into Traveler solo as well, so I'm excited. I actually learned a lot of how to play AD&D from Brian's channel. Let's see. I like an own white box FMAG. OD&D is great, but now I'm thinking about Shadow Dark. Yeah, Shadow Dark is really, really cool. And Kelsey has been getting a lot of success with the new Kickstarter, I see, which is really, really cool as well. Okay, I think like that is kind of a good start, I think. It is a bit off though, I'm starting to realize. Because of the asymmetry of the gun here, right? I might need to make it a bit smaller. That's a bit better, yeah. I think something like this would be good. Yeah, so I wanted to do this really quickly so I can get a color sketch in terms of like the base colors. I have a few to work with. I have red, blue. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna actually copy this sketch into my risograph kind of weird template here so I can actually work on it in real time. Saving in this will take a long time, so I'm not gonna save all the time, but just to show you guys what I'm working with here, essentially I have the layers set up so that I can, let me see if I can do this properly. When I draw it, you can see like it actually creates this texture, and it's supposed to like replicate how a risograph might look. There is a bunch of other stuff here as well. I can actually add on paper texture and stuff like that. and I have this all set up automatically, so I have that going. But I wanted to just try out a few different colored blobs to see how that would work out and see if this entire idea of like having a colored hazmat suit would be good or bad. So I think I'm gonna try to start with making the hazmat suit instead of yellow. I'm actually going to go for red for most of it, and then yellow from the top. So that's what I'm thinking at the moment. I'm gonna try firstly like essentially like blocking out certain parts here. Let me just fix some of the area scaling stuff. Oh, I haven't checked chat in a bit. Martin, don't worry too much about games that are largely similar. IMO. If it's keeping you from playing, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I'd agree. Like the thing is, a lot of the reason why I like these kind of similar games is because the HD and the all the basic stats are cross compatible. So you can basically use all of the stuff from say basic D&D with like AD&D, and you can mix and match ideas a lot. That's why I like it. That's the main reason. But if it's keeping you from like playing, then yeah, I agree. Like, I'd say just pick one system and start with it, or like stick with it for a while at least. Because like I think Brian's channel kind of shows it off well as well. Like sticking with a system for a while can kind of show you a lot of the intricacies of the system, and it can be really cool to see. Okay, there we go. All right, I think this is actually leading us somewhere pretty cool. I think what I'm gonna try to do though is I'm actually gonna set this to normal layer mode. Actually, not. Yeah, normal layer mode. That's correct. And then what I'm gonna do is that once I get this all kind of blocked out, let's see. Yeah. I think I know what the color scheme I'm gonna go with for this. So I'm gonna just start blocking out some of the areas here. I'm actually gonna start with some lighting from below and see how that goes. So that might mean that the top is in shadow, and then some lighting from the side. So what I'm thinking is a lighting from below in terms of the red lighting here, right? Like this, right? Like that. And then lighting from the side in terms of like yellow lighting. So like that. And that's what I'm thinking right at the moment. I'm not sure if it will work. Maybe backlighting. Backlighting might be more suitable. That's tough to say. I'm actually gonna finish sketching out this whole part here, and then I'll make a decision on that. But for the moment, I think I'll just finish sketching out this section here, and then see how. Okay, there we go. But for this piece, I foresee like the color scheme is gonna be the thing that takes the longest time to nail down. Let's see. I love roll to cast, which is always fun to roll. Makes magic dangerous, which it should be. Yeah, I really like. So I ran the Tales of Argosa session in the OSR server, and it went really well. To the point that we are gonna play again, actually. So they can't see the video yet, but I might do another prep video for when I'm gonna be running the second session. They have already messed up the magic so bad that one of them, their beard turned into like tentacles and proceeded to try to strangle one of their friends to death. So that's good. Love it when that happens, you know. Also, one of them drop kicked a dude off a land shark. Also, yeah, like imposing lighting, I think below is good, and yeah, like exactly, like below or behind, I'm doing both. So I'm doing like a rim lighting from the back, but also a red lighting from below. So you like read my mind there. Okay. I think the gun is the one thing that is gonna be all kind of quote unquote black. Okay, there we go. Let's go with that. And Caustic, if you still can't find Brian's channel, I'll link it to you later on in Discord. But it's real good. Let me scale that up. Okay, there we go. Tolerance. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn off the sketch. Wait, no, I need to finish up the legs first. Okay, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but I really want to see whether this will work before I spend a bunch of time detailing it out. So I want to do a color sketch, but I think doing it in here is the best possible option. So I just want to get this quickly roughed out so that I can see whether my idea will work. I think like that. Yep, that looks about right. Actually, the rest of the images that I did for this project were all done analog first. So like they were done with pencil and ink and stuff like that. But for this one, I really wanted to experiment with a bunch of stuff, and that's why I'm like doing this kind of thing digitally first. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think that's enough to turn off the sketch. Is it? Yeah, I think so. So just need to draw the eyes, and then we're good. Okay. Okay, and then maybe draw some of the wires as well. All right, there we go. Okay, that's just quick and easy. I'm gonna now do the hardest part, which is gonna be playing around with the color schemes. So let's try the red from below kind of thing first. So I'm thinking this whole part here, like this whole section here, is gonna be in red, right? This section here is gonna be, I'm kind of thinking of it in 3D forms. Something like this whole section here will be red as well. Oops, see daisies. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, and then here I think is gonna be red, and then like here, any folds that are kind of like going towards the ground. Yeah, here as well. That'll be good. I might just no, that won't work. Let me remove some of the parts here as well. I'm also getting used to a new drawing controller. Also, the chat is like all the way over on the other side of the room, essentially. My setup is kind of weird at the moment, so forgive me if I take a while to like look at the messages. But let's see. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I think here's my thought. I think like making it like that will give me a chance to not only emphasize the lighting, but also make it look very blocky, like a futuristic kind of thing. And I should probably mention, like, I said just now that most of my works that I did for this project were all analog first, but the process that I'm actually using is going to be quite different in terms of like iteration for this one since it's fully digital. So I'm actually going to be trying to move fast and breaking a lot of like things, trying to make a lot of mistakes here. Because it's easy, I can like always, you know, go back on it. So I think this is what I want to do, right? Like I want to make it so there's some kind of belt buckle here. Yeah, that kind of works. So something like that, and then like more aggressively show the frame of the body here. Yeah, and then that too. That works. I like that. I actually like that quite a bit. Um, let's see. Where else can I hit? I think like here as well. Like just on like the breathing mask. Maybe around here too. I'm actually going to go back on the blue section and do more details after I do all of the colors here. But that's after I put down the reds as well as the yellow from the back. So what I'm thinking is that the rest will kind of be dark. Like maybe the blue, maybe green. Not sure yet, but that that looks about right in terms of like what I was thinking it should be like. So yeah, okay. Let's try like defining some parts of the barrel as well. So like that, like a Geiger counter. Hmm. Yeah, I think like some stuff like that will work well. Maybe like a capsule here as well. Maybe a pink light block on his left tilt, like a Darth Vader block, cause his chest is just big negative space. It's true, but I kind of want his chest to be. It might not work, but I want his chest to be big negative space because I have a plan for. Actually, let me show what I'm thinking of doing. I was thinking of like putting like two wires down like that, all right, and then having like a big block over here, like something like this, right, and then maybe having some holes here. But then for the remaining space here, like at this part, maybe I can draw this out, like here and also here, like those two parts. I was gonna fill it in like that. I wasn't sure if that was gonna work, but I wasn't gonna do it just like this. I was gonna blend it in. So let me show what I mean by that. Let me set this to multiply. You can see that if I set it to multiply, it will do this kind of thing, right? So I was thinking I could like use several blends to kind of like seamlessly shade it in, but that might be a bit difficult. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I have an idea. Like to make it look like metal, I have an idea. So here's my idea. Like essentially, I do this, and I kind of like have different shades to the armor, like that, right? So I do this and that and that, that, and then on the outside, I do the yellow. So something like this. Yo, hello, Panos. Our pressure gauge clock for the tank. Ooh, that might be a good idea. Yeah. Thank you, Martin. I'll try that out. I'm doing okay, Panos. Thank you for asking. I hope you are doing well as well. I think, yeah, so like something like this is what I was thinking of. Like this is what I mean by the rim lighting on the back. Like, essentially, I want it to kind of peter out. It might be hard to see without, but I might make the whole background black. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make the whole background black. I think I'm gonna try for that and see whether that will work. Alright, so something like that. Actually, I should make the background black right now. Like, I should fill in some of this stuff and then try that out because I want to try move fast with this because this whole thing might not work out. So I just want to try and see whether that will work before I do anything else. So I'm just gonna try to do the rim lighting on all these areas here as fast as I can, and then I'm gonna actually break up the back section here. So this is the wires going like that and like that. So is there any empty space that's not gonna be hit? I don't think so. Okay, there we go. Nope, there was the wires here, I think. It's like there and there. Oops. Oh no, it's doing an autosave. This is a problem with using an auto template. I think it might crash the. Oh, I hope I didn't crash the drawing. The auto template is very big. I think it's like a few gigabytes. So whenever it saves, it lags. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. What's this for? I missed it. Looks great, by the way. Oh, this is for a Mothership zine. It's for a Mothership zine called Emergence. I think I'll put more details in it in the description after I'm done with the stream. But I wanted to do an impromptu stream because I was telling somebody earlier today, I was like, man, I don't actually do that many videos or streams recently because I've been so busy with the work and stuff. But I really want to, and he was like, why not? Why don't you just stream your work? And I was like, oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, so I'm doing that now. Let's see. I'm doing great. Yesterday I had a great session of Colorado. Thank you again for introducing it to me. Oh, nice. I'm really glad to hear that. Maybe a strip of white if you want the chrome. I was actually thinking, right, since I have access to the whole range of colors here. Wait, let me actually, there's a lot of, things I want to try out, but let's start by going with the initial plan of, coloring this entire thing essentially black, right? And, having a small sliver of white, like that. Oh wait, that's kind of cool actually. Yeah, like that. Does that work? No, it doesn't work. The yellow doesn't work. But I think everything else works. It's just the yellow that doesn't work. So that's good news actually. I'm gonna erase the yellow. Wait. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna select the yellow, and then I'm gonna put it into the green. So does that work? Wait, yeah, so if I deactivate that, and I delete that, and then I put it into the green section here, will it work? Let's see. There we go. Okay. Does that look better? Let me see here. Yes, it looks a lot better. Yeah. That's what we want to go for. Yeah, that works actually. That works really well. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Okay, I know right now it still looks a bit weird, but trust me, I think I finally got an image in my mind of how it's gonna look properly, because I'm gonna make the rest of this orange, and the way I'm gonna make it orange is I'm gonna fill the rest of it yellow, just straight up yellow, right? No modifications here, just straight up yellow, and that's gonna look quite bad, I think, at least with just yellow. Actually, it looks fine, but I think the next modification is gonna set it off. I'm then gonna fill the rest of it red. So let me try to up the tolerance a bit. I think it needs more than that. Yep, there you go. So I'm gonna make it orange essentially. And then the top part or the bottom part might be yellow, but for the most of it is gonna be orange, like that. And then that will be a pretty much kinda intimidating looking hazmat suit. I was thinking like that, and then for the really highlighted parts, I was gonna do the yellow. Yeah. So like that, and then here as well. It's giving 70s Black Light Stoner poster vibes. Yeah, kind of. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, yellow here and yellow there. And then I'm gonna leave the belt buckle to be... Let me try to fix that. I'm gonna leave the belt buckle to be yellow. How do I do that? Let me just try to separate it out a little bit. I'm gonna leave the belt buckle yellow, but the rest is kind of that color. That works. Okay, cool. And then, oh, whoops. And then a bit of extra straps down there. Okay. One thing that isn't really working out is I forgot to color this side of it, so I need to do that. But everything else is kind of working like how I thought it would, which is good. So I'm gonna just come in here and try to color in some of the aspects here, and over here as well, and some of the gloves here too. And yeah, that should give us straight up a black color. And the reason it's giving us a black color, I should mention, is because this is blue plus red plus yellow. So it's giving a much darker color than here. And that's what I'm going to be using. I'm actually going to be combining that here as well later on. But for now, I'm just doing it here. Looks risograph. Yeah, that's the plan. Actually, the way I set up the layers, you can actually put it into an actual risograph machine. And you can actually make it print out normally with an actual risograph machine, because maybe I can show it off. I have it like set up into different layers. So I'm gonna turn all the risograph layer effects off. So these ones are all like separate layers that I can turn off and on, like so. And then you can feed that into an actual risograph machine, and you can, yeah, you can basically get that effect on actual paper using layered ink effects. But for now, I'm just doing it digitally. Let's see. So where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so yeah, I think yellow here, right? No, not yellow. I think it's gonna be red first. Yeah, red first, like that. And then yellow on the edges here. So yellow and yellow all the way up to here. Like that. I think, yeah, that's correct. Oops. Tolerance down. There we go. Actually, no, let's just do the whole thing. Looks pretty good. Okay, then we do that for this as well. And we just do it all for all the core elements that we want to essentially make very dark. It looks good when there's a gap, but side-by-side orange is weird. Let's see, side-by-side orange. Oh, you mean like this part here? Yeah, I think I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I'm trying to figure out how to approach that, because I don't want it to be the same level of darkness as I have up here. So I think I'm gonna start by, let's see if this will work. Yeah, there we go. So I was thinking like, if I use the blue here, it should, in theory, give us a lighter hue in certain areas, because it's not blue plus yellow plus red. It's just the blue. Like here, it's just the blue, right? So I'm gonna try to do that and that. But like the bottom parts, I'm actually gonna make it more just bluish and try to like draw the eye up to the top. The other thing that I want to do is I want to also essentially have a few things here, like to show a bit of contrast, like that. And then I also want to have like a badge of some sort, like that. I think that's good. Yeah. Child, this looks sick, but I think green plus orange plus pink doesn't sit right with me. Unfortunately, that's the color scheme that the client chose, and I think personally I think it looks good. But but yeah, it's very saturated is the term I'd use, for sure. But actually, you might change your mind once I put in the paper texture. Let me show you what it looks like with the paper texture on. Because it does change things quite a bit. Wait, is that right? Yeah, so it like melds it all together a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely quite saturated. But that's kind of the look we're going for. Great stuff. Reminds me of the first Predator film with the infrared vision effect of the Predator's visual equipment. Yeah, something like that. That's essentially what we're trying to go for with this particular project. I think like now we can start working on the details. So I'm actually gonna start just like sketching in a bit of like the guy's face here. Just real quick. Not spending too much time on it because I can always sketch in more details at a later stage, but yeah. I was thinking today I want to do 2 more commissions, so this is the first one. There'll be a second one if I can manage it later on. That one is a completely different style from this. It will be more of like it will be more of an AD&D looking style, I guess. Much less futuristic. The colors remind me of a Halloween hunted pumpkin. Neon crazy colors are the best. Screw boring brown leather. True. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. I think like I want to try something here. So I'm gonna go with the red on the outside, right? And I'm gonna fill it in like that. And then I'm gonna erase the top. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna essentially like erase this section here, right? Whoa! I did not intend to do that. Whoops. Let's redo that. How am I supposed to do this? I just want the red on the outside and then essentially fade it out. Yeah, I think I can just erase portions of it out and it will work. Just do that. Yep, yeah, that's fine. I just want to try something out and see whether it works or not. Because I want to like focus the tension up to the top. I think actually making the bottom lighter is the way to go. So I'm gonna do the reverse of what I just did. So I'm gonna go like that. Yep. Whoops. Yep. I don't have access to my keyboard shortcuts because I'm trying to use a new controller, as I said, which is making some of this a bit painful, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm just trying something out. Okay, I actually want to do something like that. Yeah. All right, I actually want a bit of it kind of cut off here. All right, there we go. So this is what I'm gonna try. I have a setting in my template file that will actually turn any translucency into half toning effects. So what I'm planning on doing is blurring out this section here, and you can see that it turns into these squares. All right? You can see here, it turns into these squares. So I'm planning on using that to my advantage here. Let's see. Haven't caught a stream in ages. Yo, Hugo! Hungry Hugo, how are you doing? How did you get into OD&D type art, by the way? It's my preferred type of art, but I failed to capture it. I come from an urban sketching background with watercolors. Ooh, yeah. No, I'm actually going to an urban sketching meetup in 1 week or 2 weeks. I think like next week I'm going to the urban sketching meetup. Yeah, so I think like my answer is kind of boring, I guess, but it's practical. I just do a lot of research into how I just have like a lot of art books and I just do a lot of studies. That's basically it. I kind of like have a bunch stacked up next to me, and whenever I'm like interested in a particular style, I will like just look up artists of that style and I'll try to capture that look. And that's why I have a lot of different art styles, right? I have a lot of different ways that I draw my stuff. Okay, I like this, but it's kind of now making me feel like some parts here aren't working. Like the two dark parts are not working for me anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select all of them, not all of them there. Let's do apply intolerance. No, that's too much. I need to do all layers, I think. Yeah, there you go. Okay, tolerance up. Yep, there we go. Here, and here. Actually, I'm gonna select everything, not just connected pixels. So I'm gonna select all these. I'm gonna have to mess with that a little bit. Is that working? Just a bit less. Is that correct? Yep, that is correct. Okay, so I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna try essentially to erase it out. I'm gonna try to do the same thing, but like either top down or bottom up. I think, yeah, let's try on the yellow instead. Okay. Yeah, okay, I got it. So it's like that. All right, or potentially like that. And then here, I can be more precise with it, like so, right? And then I can put it back in. So I can now start to draw some of it back into the piece and do like something like that, right? Oh my god, the saving. The auto recovery options are messing with me here. but I'm thinking something like this. And then I use the half toning effects. So I'm gonna blur it out now. I'm gonna blur it out, and you can see that? You can see like the squares. Essentially, that's gonna blend everything together in theory. I'm not sure if that will actually work in practice, but let's see. Alright, let's see if this works out. I like it. I mean, I like it, but yep, I like it. There is some stuff I want to change because I think that I'm gonna need a bit more hatching on this side, for instance. Like that. Yeah, like make it really rugged looking, I think is the key here. And then that also like acts as a half tone of sorts. Then something like that there. No, that breaks up the outline too much. I think that looks good. Okay, let me try something here. Let's do that. And let's also try to break this part up a bit. I like that. Okay, now the problem that I have currently is the face actually. It's a bit I actually like the white, completely white face, but I don't like the white face mask. So I don't know what color I should make the face mask. Maybe green? Let's try that. Oh, I like that. Are you playing any RPGs lately in your own free time? Yes, I have been. I ran a Tales of Argosa session very recently. I've been playing a bunch of solo RPGs. I've been running in real life an AD&D duet game. Thanks to Brian's channel, actually, I got the idea for doing that from that. I have also been running an OD&D group game that is going to be continued in 2 more weeks. Yeah, I've been playing a lot, actually. That's the main reason I haven't been on YouTube all that much, actually. Like, I've been actually playing maybe a bit too much. But yeah, I've been playing and I've just been doing work like this. And I haven't found the time to essentially do videos as much. I think the fog. Okay, here's what I think, right? Like, I like this stuff in the background, but I don't like that it's. Yeah, I got it. I figured it out. I think. Can't quite articulate it, but I think I can show it. So what I'm thinking is going from here. I need a ruler for this. So I need to use a linear ruler, and then I need to go from here to here, right? And then what I need to do is I then need to erase this section here, right? And then need to color that there, or color that there. Not there. That's not what I want to do. Either that or that. Let me try this. Yes, okay, that's good. Let's keep going. Okay, like that. That kind of messes with the gun though. I'm not a fan of that. Let me try getting out of the way of it. Yeah, I like that. No, I like that. He's like stepping out of the fog as well here. So I kind of like that. That's cool. What do you use for OD&D? I use Delving Deeper, and I use a combination of Swords and Wizardry, Delving Deeper, and some white box, but not much. Let's see. Hi, Margul. That's great. Your approach to solo make it stick for me. I'm so happy to hear that. Actually, like that's, yeah. I kind of wish that I could make more stuff, but I've been so busy playing and also I guess working that has not been the case recently. Hoping that will change soon though, because I am planning on releasing the desert adventure that I made while I was streaming the last time. And here you go, delete ruler. And I want to actually make it on stream, so we'll see how that goes. Sorry if like I sound very scattershot today. I've already been working most of the day, and this was just an impromptu kind of thing. I was like, yeah, I'll just stream. I think here the red is. Should I wait? No, I actually like that. I actually like that a lot. I'm gonna try lean into it. So what I need to do is kind of do that here, then blend it out. I think. Yeah, like that, and then blend it out. So blender. There you go. And here as well. Yeah, that looks good. If you want to look more military and add more details for the legs, maybe knee pads. Oh, that's a great idea, actually. Yeah, I was gonna add something to the legs, but I wasn't sure what. Knee pads is a great idea. Let's do that. Let me erase some of this out first. I need to really figure out the keyboard shortcuts. I'm not using a keyboard right now. I'm using like a drawing controller to try to like make it so that my process is a bit more ergonomic, and I don't get hand cramps as much. But I'm not used to it, I have to say. Okay, knee pads. I'm actually gonna search up how knee pads look, but for now I'm just gonna put this in. Okay. And then I think, yeah, I want to make sure that it's very visible where the front leg is. So I'm gonna do that. And like that. Yeah! I'm digging it. Okay, that's good. I'm getting really hyped for this, actually. This is cool. Let's see. I'm actually gonna shade this up a bit. And there too. Just a little bit of detail. Might be a bit too rough, but that's okay. Let's see. I'm actually not super happy with this part here. And here, I want it to be a bit more angular, so that fixes that. Oh, you know what? You know what? I just said like the white here doesn't really work, right? If it is covering the pistol. But what if the pistol was emitting the smoke? Right? Like just shot somebody. Like, yeah, the guy just shot somebody and like is emitting all this smoke out of this pistol. I don't know if that'll work actually. Let's try it out though. Or you could mix in with the smoke. Yeah, I could mix in with the smoke, I guess. Let's try that. Good thing about digital is that you can always like take it back. You can always make changes and just test things. No, I like that. I like that quite a bit. I'm gonna erase off the red part here. But I kind of like where that is going. Something like that, I think. Yeah, yep, no, yep, that works for me. Okay, I think I'm actually happy enough with this that I can start doing the detailing work. So let's just go real quick. I'm gonna do some separation on this. I'm probably also going to later on, like after the stream. I usually spend I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours doing something else, like another commission or something else, and then come back to it and then see whether there's anything missing before I send it off to the client. That's just something that I tend to do to make sure that I didn't miss anything. And of course, something that you should be doing, which I haven't done this entire time, is flipping the canvas. Let's do that now. And we already spotted some, I spotted some mistakes already. Great. So yeah, there you go. Okay. I think that will require a bit more space there. Maybe like that. Yeah, like that. I want him to like kind of be looking off to the side a bit. This part here is a bit odd. I'm gonna blend it out. I have to say, using this method of working is a bit strange because I can't just put on a color. You know what I mean? I have to actually figure out how to work it in with the existing stuff. Colaris says, I really like your loose posturized style. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is not generally how I work, but for this particular commission, I think it suits very well with the rest of the book. Oh, I noticed a mistake. How do I fix it? I think, yeah, firstly I need to, the hand is not visible here. There we go. I think that's good enough. Like, maybe like that, and then get rid of some of the red there. Yeah, that looks good. Do I want a bit more detail on the gun? I kind of want to leave it vague, actually. Like, right now, the main stuff that you can see is like the face and then the gun, which is what I want. So I don't want to. I'm gonna make him a bit more menacing, maybe by like this guy is stacked up to the gills with like implants, right? So having red eyes, probably something that is fairly reasonable. Oh, you know what? How about the whole thing is red, and then the pupils are white? Will that work? Let's see. Yeah, I like that. Uh, Maybe try to break the silhouette a bit on the legs with some straps across the thighs or something, like holsters or something. Hmm. Yes, I think so. I think that is a good suggestion. Thank you, Caustic. I think I know what to do. I think I'm gonna have some straps hanging off here, like that. So I'm thinking like something like that, right? There's like some loose straps hanging off here, just to break the silhouette, and then like maybe a package here, or like a. That's a bit too no. That's a bit too informal for this character. I think I'm just gonna add some like. Yeah, I'm gonna add some pouches to the sides. Is that enough? I think if I do that on the bottom, it will work too. Like something like this. Yeah, yeah. I think like if I put it here or here even, that will work. Yeah, yeah. So I just need to erase the blue here, and that should, in theory, work. There we go. I don't know if this part is working as much as I would like to. I think just like that is good enough. And then I think some shadows around the holsters will be good. Like that, like that. And some straps kind of like leading up to that. And then I think the boots need a bit more detail. So actually, no, I don't think they need more detail. I think I kind of like them disappearing into the fog. Actually, I might lean into that a bit more. So I think I'm gonna actually do something like this, right? Like that. And then the yellow, I'm gonna do a bit of that as well. And then I'm going to blend it together. The trick that we've been doing the entire time. Just something like that, and something like this. Does that work? Yeah, I like it. He's kind of like stepping into the room. One thing that I'm not a fan of, though, there is one thing that I'm not really a huge fan of here, and that is the fact that the front part is so clearly delineated. So I'm not a huge fan of that, so I'm going to try to fix that. Let's see if I can do that. Just like put it like that, and like that. I'm gonna try and make it more of a vignette here, like that. Yeah, yes. Oh man, I love it when a drawing comes together. It's so satisfying. Um, yep. A little bit of dots here. He's coming into the danger zone. Oh man. All right, there we go. Okay, let's make this a bit more chunky. And let's add a few more details to some of the parts here. I like the idea that he's wearing like gauntlets, so I'm gonna make the hands a bit more stylized. And I'm gonna actually make the eyes a bit more creepy. And I think I noticed a mistake. Like here, it looks like there wasn't any red put in. There you go, fixed. Is there anything else? I think the badge should have something on it. Not sure what, but I'll get the logo of the area from the client and I'll put it in. But for now, I'll just put in like maybe an eyeball might be good. Oh, that looks cool. Okay, yeah, I'll get the logo of the actual area from the client. But if the client likes this, that eyeball thing, we could just leave it there. We'll see. Let's see here. Okay, one last thing here is, I think it needs a bit more of a connection there. Okay. Mostly I think it's good to go, but I do also think the fog should kind of like lightly roll in around the feet here. Yeah, like so, like that. And then I need to erase some parts from the blue, which is why this method of working is a bit strange to me. Okay, there we go. It's missing something though. I think what is it missing? I'm trying to think. Something about the lighting is a bit off to me. I think I know what it is. So the armor, it doesn't look metallic enough, I guess. It's going a bit too yeah, it's going a bit too dark in certain areas. So I think I'm gonna try to alleviate that by erasing let's see. No, I think I know how to fix it. I think it's just a matter of like making some parts completely white. But which parts do I want to do that with? Is a question. I could do it on the outside edges, like the green edges here. We could try that. It kind of works, but I think I have to do the whole thing to see whether it works properly. Not as much as I'd like. I think if I do it with the red and with the green, it will work. Like this is what I mean, like the rim lighting here. Yes. Okay. There we go. That's what it was missing. That was what it was missing. Okay. There and here as well, and there. Just a few spots, but nothing major. Just a few small spots, and it should be good. I'm happy with that. The only thing left is the face. I wanted it to be white, but I'm gonna experiment with making it another color. Let's just try yellow, see if it works. Okay, let's try it out. Oh, it kind of works. I'm not sure. Let me see. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I feel bad about that. So no. Maybe just one part being yellow might work though. Or like the top part. Hmm. Tough, 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 tough. Uh, I think I'm gonna leave it because I do like how it looks right now. I am going to start to kind of outline the sides here to make it really look like a hazmat suit, and also some detailing on the mask as well. And I think here, like the badge, I kind of want to do a bit of an outline. Is there anything else that I am missing? What time is it now? It's 4 p.m. How long have I been streaming? Let's see. 1 hour. Okay. Been drawing since how long have I been drawing? I woke up at 7 a.m. and I've been drawing till 4 p.m. So I had an afternoon break, so that's maths. It's about 8 hours with the break excluded because it would be 9 hours otherwise. So 8 hours sounds like a pretty good stopping point. I could do one more big drawing, like I was mentioning earlier. Maybe I could just show what I've been doing for that project, and then we can call it a day. Let me save this out first. Oh yeah, it's gonna take forever to save. But let me show what I've been working on for that project. Yo, friendly little possum, are you who I think you are? Hello, welcome. I drew this guy called Puckle the Ogre, who is looks kind of cool, I think. What else did I draw today? I drew a bunch of creatures. I drew this bell giant. Look at that. I drew this guy as well. I also drew this guy. What else did I draw? I think I drew this guy yesterday, actually. Yeah, I drew this guy yesterday. Whoops. Yeah, I made some other stuff as well, but I only did like maybe 5 drawings today. That's okay. I think that's a that's fine. Let's see. These are neat. Thank you. Appreciate it. I think I am gonna go back on one decision. I've decided I'm not a fan of the gun. It's breaking the silhouette way too much. It's too much. No, get it out of here. I'm not a fan. So get that out of here. Just gonna erase that. Okay. Yeah. Actually, you know what? What if I don't know if this will work, but could work. What if I did that? Oh yeah, I prefer that way more. Okay, wait. Let me fix the rest here. Erase that, erase that, erase that, erase that, and then erase that. Oops. Me with one piece a week. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound rude about it. I just. Well, to be fair, it's my job, so I need to be quick about some of these things. Um, got a lot of commissions to do. So I try to hit generally like 4 or 5 pieces a day. In terms of like detail, like some of them might. If it's a very detailed piece, I might only do 2 pieces a day. But yeah. Let's see. All right, I think I'll do a bit more detailing after the stream, but for right now, actually, I'm gonna get rid of what I just drew. Let me undo that. I kind of like these ventilation shafts essentially just being there. Is there anything else that I want to add to it? Not at the moment, but I will have to definitely ask the client for the logo they want to put here. Although I do think that eye badge looks really cool. Send it to them, see what they think. Let's see. I think you kind of know when a piece is done when you start adding things to it and then realizing that, oh, you're actually making it worse. And it's kind of at that stage. So I'm just seeing if there's anything else that I could kind of just easily fix up. I think there is one more thing. I don't know if this is gonna be easy to fix, but let's try it. I'm actually gonna erase some of the darker parts here. Like that. Will that work? I'm not sure. Let's see. No, I actually think what I had before was okay. It's just, let's see how it looks like with the paper texture on. Yeah, I think. No, that looks better. Yeah, I think with the paper texture on, it kind of like fixes my reservations about it. But I think we are good to go. I think we're done. I think we're done. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. I know this was a very impromptu, very quick kind of stream, but I just wanted to get some work done and I wanted to stream myself doing it. And I wanted to get more streams in as well. So, hope you all are doing well and continue to do well. I think are you guys a fan of like if I started doing this more regularly, like if I just streamed my work and it wasn't really solo RPG stuff, it was just my work. I mean, it is kind of RPG related, I guess. But yeah, let me know. Because I wanted to start doing that, but I don't always have the energy to do it, I guess. So some days I think I might just be a bit more quiet. But I do want to start streaming more, and I think that's a good way for me to kind of like segue into it. So I'm thinking that might be a good idea. Man, I can't help but feel like some yellow on the top might work, but we already tried that. I don't think it does. Fine with me, I loved it. It's inspiring. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, in that case, I might stream tomorrow again then, or the day after, or something like that. I want to just start streaming my work more in general. Yeah, I'll see you guys around. Thanks for coming by. Bye-bye.